I'm done.
It was the worst.
Well, Dan, I have
Are
to
we
say, since
rolling?
you started, you got you might as well end it.
So, Leprechaun 7. Dan,
You
how do you
can't call
feel?
that Leprechaun 7.
How do you feel?
Angry. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're right, and like Dustin said, it has nothing to do with the fact that this is late in the game.
No,
we're
it's
tired.
not. No,
It is
no.
there is nothing redeeming.
No.
Not one thing. It is the epitome of what modern horror stands
Let me
for.
say this. If anyone watching this video had anything to do with this movie, you should feel ashamed. Because it's so stupid.
So lazy.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
It's how do you make a shitty outfit? How do you make a shitty leprechaun? How do you make Leprechaun Back to the Hood look good compared to your
amazing.
film?
I can almost see them having.
Yeah, Citizen Kane
Yeah.
compared to this.
Yeah.
I can almost see them in a board, like whenever they were planning to do this, whoever first pitched it, whatever happened.
It's total.
I guarantee you, they're probably, well, you know, we can't redo what Warwick did. We can't match that. We're gonna
Right.
just go a different route.
What are the
But it's-
kids like these days? Well, they like jump cuts,
Shaky cam.
shaky cams.
Get that
go-
I know, see,
GoPro.
the
GoPro.
Go-
Every,
Go-
the entire movie, the monster was out of focus.
He's
Well,
never
okay.
in focus.
He has predator
to me,
vision.
To me, I haven't seen other movies, but this, you always get shaky cam and all that. This invented drunk cam. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it was a combination of shaky, blurring in and
Half
out.
the screen was in focus.
Yeah.
Half the screen wasn't.
Just to put it in perspective, we decided if we played a drinking game where we drank whenever a shot was out of focus, we would all be dead right now.
Yeah, it was the whole thing was out of focus.
There were only there's really only like 2 references to leprechauns anyways. When she looks in the book in the basement,
And
and
the
then
gold-
fuck you,
And then the gold
leprechaun
pole,
with the gold,
and then
Fuck you,
fuck your
Lucky
Lucky
Charms.
Charms.
fuck you, Lucky Charms.
So in the first film, a little backstory. The first film, they got permission to use Lucky Charms cereal in the movie. Once the company saw the movie, they revoked the
Permission.
permission. So they had to reshoot some scenes for the first one. So as a fuck you, at the end of the movie, the little kid says, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms." Well, one of the 15 lines of dialogue in this movie is at the end, and she says, "Fuck you, Lucky Charms." Like, there's nothing leprechaun about this
the leprechaun
guy.
is a naked reptilian anteater looking
Goblin.
Looks
Goblin.
like
That's
a goblin.
what, I think you can
Goblin,
remove
yeah.
that part of it. Like we were talking about how you could almost see, oh, this could be a different movie with a different type. Remember,
Yeah.
like first half of it, we were thinking, oh, well, eventually they're going to show some stuff. Even if you take it from a monster perspective, it's embarrassing.
You
It's
know
like,
what it should have been called? Shit Shamrock.
Shit.
That's what it could have been called. Because it was garbage. And let me say to any new
fool's
viewers,
gold.
I'm a fool's gold. That'd be me, because I bought it.
Dan, I was going to say that you're not being too harsh because you
I
have enough.
love bad movies. I love
What's your
legitimate.
favorite TV show of all time?
My favorite TV show of all time is Mystery Science Theater 3000. I love them. I love laughing with my friends. There was nothing to laugh at.
Nothing.
There was nothing funny. There was nothing about this
It
film.
was just a movie that took itself so seriously.
Yeah.
No, I knew it was going to as soon as it started.
I
They're
know.
going to take themselves so seriously. The leprechaun is not going to have clothes. He's not going to say anything.
fact
He
that we
looked
were-
like Gollum got his lips bit off and
Yeah.
then ran around.
The fact that we were betting on when he was even going to be
I thought that they were going to wait a little while to show him, but then once you saw him,
To be fair, we were
You
both
don't
right
really.
because we saw him about 30 minutes in, like I said, but you said they wouldn't see him till over an hour, which is true. We never saw him clearly
Ever.
till the death of him, and then
till his head
To
got chopped
me,
off.
you don't really see him until the very
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Let me
till
let
the
me
last
say,
10 seconds
Yeah,
of the movie.
no doubt about it. I thought this movie was going to have a leprechaun in it.
Yeah.
Because why would you employ a little person in the WWE? He's obviously an entertainer. He obviously can talk. He can obviously deliver a line. Did he show up on set and do it so bad they said, no, We're gonna put him in a half-ass pumpkin head costume and let him run around the woods, and we're never even gonna show him. We're never gonna show him. They didn't show him
I'm
once.
just gonna give him thermal vision and superhuman strength.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna have a
And
top hat.
lion sound effects.
He sounded like a lion.
Do you think this has, you mentioned earlier about how, like, with digital, shooting digital and everything, people can obviously make something look a certain way for very cheap and affordable. Do you think this is a epitome of an example of how anybody can just make anything and just slap a name on it and just...
Yeah, and if this is what you're making, stop it. Because it's an embarrassment. And it's not, you've done nothing. You've accomplished nothing, and if you're proud of it, you're a fool.
And I doubt it said 2014, so that means that if it's already on this pack, and we figured it's like $4 per movie, they forced it in this pack to get people to probably even watch it.
I own some of the shittiest movies ever made, and am proud to own them. And I'm serious when I say I would easily break this disc right now with no regret. No regret, because I would never watch it again.
Never.
Ever.
I would watch. I would watch Ginger Dead Man again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd watch it 6 times in a row before I'd watch this again.
Just a Ginger Man replay man.
Yeah, just replay the film.
I cannot think of another example in a film series where one film differs so much from any of the others.
No, never.
Yeah.
Never. It's not a Leprechaun film. I said to Jonathan, I never thought.
People bitch about Season of the Witch. Get fucked.
Get fucked. I never thought that I would be defending the Warwick Davis ones. I never thought I would, but seeing this, I mean,
Woo, you just said at the end, we were hoping he would show up at the end and say that was my pet.
Yeah.
I never dreamed it would be that bad.
No.
I really didn't, and I'm not exaggerating.
And they must not.
I really pictured it. I thought it was gonna be more Texas Chainsaw remake, where it was like gonna be kind of a remake of the first one, but give you more backstory.
Yeah.
If
Even-
Rob-
even
that's
if
what I
he
thought it
didn't
was
want
gonna
it,
be.
even
If
if y'all
Rob
think
Zombie did Leprechaun, it would have been 10 times.
If
Oh,
the
yeah.
Leprechaun said, "I'll skull fuck you, motherfucker,"
Yeah.
then Rob Zombie would have done it.
Yeah.
But did any of y'all think he was gonna talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, let me tell you something. Coming into today, when you told me about a little bit like what was where, and the last one was WWE, the ones I was most excited about were The Hood and that one. Because
Yeah.
I wanted to see what they would do.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and warn
it's-
my previous self earlier
And they
today.
need to hear this because at the end of the movie, they clearly thought they might have had a hit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they set it up for.
They run through like
Leprechauns.
raptors in the high grass.
There's
You take
lots of
little-
Let me tell you right now,
Yeah.
the
Sorry,
amount of money it costs to make this movie, it wouldn't take much to count it as a success.
No.
Because they got my money,
Yeah.
but I bought the pack.
But it
I
makes
didn't
you
buy it
I
wonder-
bet you they don't get a fair cut of the pack. They probably get a
No,
little
I
slip.
hope not. I hope
I
it
don't
all
think
goes.
that-
I hope it all goes
Then
to
again,
war.
then again, they might have bankrolled the release of the pack because there's
Yeah.
got so much money and they're getting like
I don't even know
80% of the sale or something.
who put it out.
Try. Well, Lionsgate. Lionsgate put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lionsgate.
Anyway, the lesson is if you watch any of these individually, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Except that one. Avoid
Without
it.
a doubt, it's the
plague.
worst.
Yeah, it's like one of those times where you can
Not
say
the
to
worst
someone,
one. It's one of the worst films ever made.
Without a doubt, one of the worst films I have ever seen.
can you think of another movie that you've always looked at that way and you would say that's still better than
That
that?
still might be the worst.
This
film.
is
That's
not,
better than Swim Fan. Because Swim Fan has dialogue. It has a plot.
Right, that's the best
no. Swim
example.
Fam is better than this.
That's
is
what I
you're
meant.
saying.
Yeah, sorry.
Nightmare on Elm Street remake is better than this.
God damn. I can't think of something worse.
I'd watch
than that.
Batman and Robin forever.
Yes.
Any
Oh,
of
plenty.
any day.
Because you
Have
can
one.
If you have a modern movie where it's so, like we were saying, it's so easy to make it look good,
Yeah.
and it's still considered like the worst movie ever. When you've got tons of people that made like shitty
Yeah, I'm sure if you
16
went-
millimeter
yeah,
films,
exactly.
it's
Well,
like,
back then-
Any trauma movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they were
Yeah.
making the original ones, if they had the ability, access to the cameras then, even though there's a, you can have a conversation with digital versus film, but still, some of those were straight to video. So, God, like,
What is
well,
a worse movie than that?
I don't, would you say that, what's that space movie that, like, Planet something 9
Plan
from
9 from
Outer...
Outer Space?
No, that's a good movie. That's a good bad movie. This is not a good bad movie. It's
What
a
about,
bad movie.
what's
Bad.
the John Travolta one? The
Battlefield.
No, I'd watch Battlefield Earth,
Battlefield
right, and
Earth,
that's
good bad
terrible.
movie.
I'd be excited about going and watching that again.
That
Look,
it just goes
the
to show
cover
you.
shows a hand that looks just like Warwick's hand with long fingernails, and he's holding gold that's melting.
What?
He ripped. The only gold he got was a girl had a tongue ring, and it was gold, and he ripped it out.
And
of
you've
her mouth.
never seen
And
a girl
then-
with a gold tongue ring, by the way.
Ever.
And then she found that backpack at the end and threw some coins up in there right before she slashed him.
Yeah.
That
And he
tricked
got
him.
distracted.
Fuck you, Lucky Charms.
Yeah, he's a for sure leprechaun. I'm gonna go with that on St. Patty's Day parade.
I'd rather
run
watch-
down the parade.
I'd want to know who would like this movie. I want to go
A little kid.
Like someone
Yeah.
who's in like 6th grade and is trying to be tough and watch more grown up movies.
some juggalos.
He's a
man.
big
A
Green
kid
Day fan.
whose mom works at night and he has to stay at home. He's a latchkey kid, and he has no he would like it. He would like it because it would fuel the anger he has
That
towards
really
the world.
might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
Is this the worst movie you've ever
I
seen?
think it is because
It's definitely up
because
there.
of what you said. Because
There's
he doesn't say
nothing-
anything.
There's
It doesn't
nothing.
like
there's no dialogue. There's nothing to make fun of.
Nothing.
There's
It's like
nothing
you-
to comment on. It's just a silent
It's
movie
kind of like
with sound
what
effects.
it's kind of like when
And
we
it has
when we
no
watch-
redeeming quality.
Nothing.
No.
When we watched Batman and Robin, it was kind of like I've always hated on those because they're terrible.
But you can laugh the
but
whole
yes,
time.
you're
When he
entertained.
busted out the credit card, we died. There were funny things about that.
Well, okay. Let's say for any of the viewers who've kept up with the Can You Take It festivals, Puppet Master 7 was Puppet Master. What the hell was it called?
Good luck with that.
Puppet Master Retro Puppet Master.
yeah.
And that was horrible. And we thought that was really bad. And I can't even remember a lot about it. I just remember it was bad and it was hard. Then Police Academy had a lot of bad ones, and I talked real bad about them. But as an individual film, you pop a Police Academy in on a Saturday, you can have a laugh. Put this movie in, you're gonna have a bad time. No matter what time of day, no matter who you are, it's horrible. It's one of the
I
worst.
know what has been my most hated movie forever.
What?
Personally, it doesn't mean it is. The third Turtles movie in time when they go back to Japan.
I'd watch it.
I
Yeah,
would watch
that's
that.
not even a
like
comparison.
any- no, but it's like I've hated
Yeah.
that. That's just a random movie I can
You
think
hate
of.
it for personal reasons,
Right.
though.
That it
This-
hurt the turtles, but you could still watch it.
I
and
have
goof on it.
no allegiance to the Leprechaun series
At all.
I had not seen them till today. However, I feel like they just made like Blade Runner 2 and it's the worst movie ever. I feel like they have personally offended my love for Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
But-
how bad it is. We went through ups and downs with war. Like, oh,
I was
Dan
getting-
was the most vocal in the room about, I'm so tired of war. I want to kill his ass. He needs to go away. I'll be so glad
30
he's
minutes
gone.
into this movie.
And he's like, please, Warwick, pop up.
Yeah.
I love you.
We
I
miss you,
love
Warwick! He's writing them fan letters during the movie. We miss you,
But
come
you
back!
couldn't even get on your knees to do that with Warwick. You'd have to lay down or something.
He straddles my head. He just gets over my head.
We pogo
But
sticks.
as a series, they're pretty bad movies.
Yeah.
There's more good than bad in this series.
It was fun to watch.
1, 3, 5,
Yeah, it's-
and
it's-
6
well,
were
I mean,
pretty
I think-
good, I thought.
It all comes down to what you're comparing it to. I mean, you're not going to compare the Leprechaun movies to I don't know, like
To be fair of how
Aliens
bad they
or-
are,
yeah.
I would rewatch Leprechaun 1 through 6 starting now rather than repeat 7.
yes. Maybe that's it. That's how
I
you
don't-
end it. That's the definite. If you had
I don't know, because I could pretend to have my eyes open for 90 minutes and then Leprechaun Origins
if we
would be
did do
over.
this, he would watch it and he would get the most
It's like when
shit-faced
people get
drunk.
raped. You
Like
just
No, you just
zone out. You go to a
just-
different place.
Just
Yeah.
grin and bear
That's
it,
the only
dude.
way.
you had to have your eyelids like kept open,
Clockwork
pointing at the
Orange
screen.
style. You have to watch it Clockwork Orange vision.
Well, you know what I do like about
Get your retina
knowing how
scratched.
bad this is this will be the definition of everything gets compared to.
Oh, at this point, yeah. When I see a movie that's bad, it'd be like, wasn't as bad as that.
It's no Leprechaun Origins. and Jonathan point, I love it's an origin story.
I know.
It's
like,
the most it's modern day.
And what is it an origin for?
I know.
Like, I thought, okay, it's gonna be Leprechaun Origins. Maybe at the end she chopped his head off and something comes out of that there's a big rock. They don't explain anything about it. And I thought maybe Warwick was gonna come out or somebody was gonna come out and they were gonna look like Warwick. But this movie, what this movie presupposes is that leprechauns don't look like the folklore of the Irish people described them. They look like Peter Jackson's Golem
Yeah.
with that guy's lips bit off.
Yeah. Like when we said by the end of the day we were going to know a lot about the leprechaun folklore.
We did.
I was up to speed until 6. Now I don't know anything about it.
All of it is out the window.
Yeah, I don't know anything about leprechauns anymore.
And let me tell you guys something. If you're Mystery Science Theater fans, the whole time I watched this, I thought that he looked like Trumpy from Pod People. The whole time.
Imagine if MST tried to do that.
No, that's what I was going to say.
They couldn't even do it.
I don't think
No,
they
it
could.
couldn't.
There's
be
nothing to make fun.
impossible.
There's nothing to make fun of. It's just not, unless
It
they.
would almost be a challenge to them to get
It'd
a
be
petition
impossible.
to get somebody to. You got to do this.
It will be impossible.
It's so out of focus and shaky. I can't believe it's as bad as it is, and I'm not exaggerating.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that focus on what makes they think what makes a bad movie is just I didn't like it because of this, because of that. But it's like if a movie says nothing to you, it just exists. It's not offensive.
That's exactly what
you
it
don't,
is.
You
It
don't like it a
exists.
lot. You don't hate it a lot.
No,
It's
no, no.
just, like you
no,
know,
I hate it a lot, and it offends me. It's the first thing that's ever offended me. I am impossible to offend, and Leprechaun offended me.
Yeah.
It.
So the message is we love Warwick Davis.
yes.
I
Well,
love it.
let me-
I
He's
really
a
do.
demigod.
What
I
did I
look
say?
at it differently now.
Remember what I said earlier about I wish they would bring him back one more time just to do another Leprechaun movie. I feel like
You wanted another Leprechaun in the Hood.
Hood or whatever.
A trilogy.
I would just love for them to just like kind of like
I
what
want
they
to see
did with
Leprechaun in China.
Robert Englund with Freddy vs.
vs.
Jason out of nowhere.
Big
It's like
Trouble
one
in
last time. Same thing. Just bring him back one last time just to forget that last. It can't go out like that. That's why I refuse to acknowledge it.
And then send everybody the disc, and they can replace it in their box set with whatever Warwick does next.
I would. I'm
That'd
going
be
to
cool.
replace it.
Well,
I'm going to replace it with
Well,
a CD soundtrack of all the music from 1 through 4,
Yeah.
of which we hated. I'd rather listen to the music than watch this again.
Normally, I would want to hear people's like what they think if they agree with us. I don't give a shit. Like I would feel like
Get out. You're a maniac.
I can't, that's a pretty bold statement to say.
If
but
you
it's
like this movie, you're a sadomasochist.
Can you? Okay, here's a challenge. Can you name a single thing in the movie that happened, looks, anything that was passable in any way? Like anything.
A couple of like the aerial shots looked okay.
In the beginning,
It had some aerial shots at the beginning, and because we've been watching mainly movies that were made for VHS distribution today, we said, wow, that looks like a BBC documentary. It's very clear, it looks nice, downhill from
2
the
minutes
credits.
in, and then it was like, but as soon as we saw that, I was like, yeah, they're gonna take it super serious. Because it looked the way it looks, you know they're going to treat it so serious. There's not going to be a single pun in that movie.
It also brings up why.
I can't
I think-
stand when people take shit seriously.
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to say. It brings up why WWE is not good anymore. And it's this. I mean, this.
Corporate just
It's
pumping
corporate.
out.
Don't have fun with it.
Try to make money. Let me think of something I could come up with to make money. Leprechaun. Yeah, that was a not good series. Let's make another one and make it worse.
I feel bad for what is his name? The guy who I guess
Hornswoggle.
He probably was.
I don't feel
fan.
bad for him. Fuck that. Fuck him. Because he was in it. And
Yeah.
he could have said, this is
Not good.
I mean, if he was proud of it, I don't know why. Because he's not in it.
it's a classic case of everyone saying,
Yes.
let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. And it's pure money. No one is saying, maybe we shouldn't do this because it's a piece of shit.
There's no passion.
Yeah.
Well, there's people that furiously hate something like the prequels, the Star Wars prequels.
They're Citizen Kane compared to
Yeah.
I hate them.
But that, oh God, I'd watch all of them. They're great compared to
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. The pinnacle of
The
cinema.
difference between the prequels and the old trilogy is that gap is equivalent to this and the prequels.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, overall,
Brandon is.
It was still a fun experience.
Brandon should be lucky that he missed.
No, we should trick him. We should we should do what y'all did.
Can't
to me.
trick him.
No, I don't mean that. You
can't
should
trick
do
a
what
trick.
you
It's
did.
not like you. We can trick you.
Halloween Resurrection. You need to do that to him and just say.
He's gonna watch this.
No, not yet.
No, he won't.
Not yet.
Oh, he'll watch this video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's trick him.
Let's
Yep.
trick him and say 7's great.
Yep.
He would still not watch it.
No.
You could tell him it's the best movie you've ever seen.
He probably
wouldn't watch it.
He probably would quit it too early.
Let me just say my overall thoughts for the Leprechaun franchise in an all-day marathon. It was fun. It was a roller coaster of good and bad, but overall, I felt better about them than I did negatively till the end.
More good and bad.
More good than bad.
Yeah.
And
4 of them I would recommend popping in for a laugh.
yeah, I would
2 of them you
recommend
could watch.
all of them with Warwick. They're all have something to be laughable or something.
But
Watch with your friends.
skip the last one like your life depended on it.
Don't, man.
Seriously, don't even. Because I myself I'm guilty of this where like someone says something so bad and you just want to see. You're just like, how bad could this really be?
Yeah, no, that's what they're thinking. Yeah.
But I
Don't even bother.
I think we're being too kind to the series as a whole now, because the last
Because of
one was
this.
so bad.
Probably.
And that,
Probably,
like,
yeah.
I think they're all pretty bad films.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I think if we watch these by ourselves, like even
Yeah.
just one at a time,
Right.
on a Saturday, like, oh, I'm just gonna watch 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at global,
I recommend
It's not a good
4
film.
I recommend 4 watching it with a buddy.
yeah.
4 is a piece of shit.
No,
4
I mean
was
watching
bad.
4 of them.
Oh.
I recommend 1, 3, 5, and 6 watch with a buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I get
I don't
what
think.
you're- I get what you're
I have
saying.
no desire
It's
to watch it
because
again.
it's because we're looking
None
at
of
it from
them.
like a specific. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it doesn't make sense because they are, for the most part, all really bad. But it just seeing this last
Yeah,
one,
but
that
it's
read
all-
that,
but
then to me,
everything
this
is
last one,
relative.
yeah, exactly. This last one puts that all out there.
The
It's like,
last one showed us what bad really is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a lot of fun watching them today as a group and stuff, but they're not movies I would say I liked and that I would rewatch.
No.
You're not gonna walk away from the way you might.
They're
walk
better
away
than
from
they're
Nightmare on
better
Elm
than I
Street or
expected them to
Halloween.
be.
I mean, like, even the Friday movies, I was like, I went home and watched another, Friday movie because I was still enjoying
Yeah,
them,
way
you know?
more likely to pop one of those.
Yeah, you know?
I've seen them so many times.
If they made a sequel to this one, the last one, would you be at least be intrigued to even see what they would do?
No! Not at all if it had that thing in it.
Hell no. And what did it take us? Let's see, what did we get started about 9?
We got started the first movie at 9 o'clock.
This is about a 13 and a half hour.
13 and a half hours in. You know,
Definitely draining points. There were certain.
there were tired times for sure. I'm pretty tired, pretty worn out. My voice is going.
Just all that anger and yelling.
I know.
The last one got me.
You were fuming on that last one.
Ooh, you were ready to quit.
That's quit worthy. But we appreciate everybody sticking around, watching the videos, and hanging out with us. And unfortunately, we didn't do Hellraiser. I know we said we would. We voted on it, and we will do them because I'm excited. I'll tell you the 2 I'm excited to do are Hellraiser and Children of the Corn, and we've got them, so we will do them. But I do not think they are going to be the next one we do. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on what it is. We're kind of planning something a little bit bigger than normal for it, and we think it'll be really fun. So keep watching our channel, and if you enjoyed the videos and you enjoy bad movies and watching them with friends and stuff, maybe tell a friend about us, and keep sending us suggestions for more movies to do. And if you give us your opinion on Leprechaun Origins and all of the films. I always love to see the comments where a viewer gives us their order of how they like them. Specifically, Police Academy, there was a guy who kept every video said, "Fuck you, Police Academy's good."
Well, I will say this.
To each his own.
I will say this.
Except
having
for
ended
Leprechaun
it,
Origins.
like I feel like the one question you want to put out there to them is, if you honestly have seen this last movie and you think there's still a worse movie than that,
Yeah, please tell
tell us.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everything's relative. I could name movies that some people would consider worse than this.
But I don't mean it's worse because it's low budget
Right.
or something. I
No.
mean
It's just unenjoyable. There's
Yeah.
nothing even fun about it.
yeah, at all.
Nothing. So, avoid at all costs. The other ones, if you see the box set for inexpensive and you like bad movies, if you're not like Jonathan and you like bad movies, then check them out. If you don't tend to like bad movies, then you won't like them. But if you're watching our channel, you probably like bad movies.
That's true.
Yeah, you sought out Leprechaun videos.
But thanks a lot for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye.
All right.